Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Raiders going up against the Chargers. Now we'll take you out to O.co Coliseum, where Jim Nantz and Phil Simms have the call.
And Taiwan Jones is back deep for the opening kick. Nick Novak ready to kick it away to start today's game. Across the 20 and tackled at the 21. So the rookie quarterback, it's not his first time onto the field, but still getting his feet wet in the NFL.
Yeah, you know, Jim, and every week it just gets a little easier, better. When you walk out there, you can settle those nerves down faster each game you play. So it's going to be fun to see how he does here today.
First down at the 21. Throw to the left. Brings it into his body. Able to take the football out to the 28-yard line.
Well, the drag route that time picked up solid yards. These receivers, sometimes they get a little nervous running these drag routes or these short crossers because they are afraid a defender's going to come out of nowhere and hit them. That's the quarterback's job. See it for the receiver, lead the guy to the open space.
We're early in this one, but already a crucial third and long play coming up.
Oh, these are tough situations. What are you going to do on the offensive side? There's only so much you can do. If I was the defense, I would look for a screen.
Throws the pass. Almost intercepted.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. Third long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
Allen's just going to wave his arm here and make the fair catch. Raised in Alabama, educated at NC State. Here is quarterback Philip Rivers.
There's no doubt when you talk about the San Diego Chargers, their leader and the guy they're going to build this football team around is their quarterback, Philip Rivers, and he's got to be outstanding, tough, and not turn the football over.
And Matthews is marked down at the 34. As we look at the lineups, there's the future Hall of Famer Antonio Gates, one to watch today.
I think when you look at Antonio Gates, what surprises you see these big and fast, but he's very deceptive. Knows how to set defenders up. That's why he gets wide open.
The defense looking for one more stop here on third down after that run. Royals going to get set in the slot for this snap. Rivers is going to take it from the gun, and Allen is stopped there.
That was a nice job by the offense. It just puts them in a better position. Nice little throw and catch.
The call is for encroachment. That's 5.
Yeah, they're too impatient on the defense's part there. They're too anxious to get to the quarterback. And Jim, being that anxious, it's cost them a couple times today.
First down on the way. Matthews takes his spot in the backfield. Takes it from the gun. Looking across the middle, and incomplete pass that time as he threw it short. Second down coming up. Browns in the slot. Rivers is back in shotgun formation. They're going to get him here for a sack.
Jim, you can't tell the difference between the quarterback and the center. They're both retreating about as fast as you can go. That time the center gets run over, and it leads to a sack of the QB.
Third down and 12. Jarring hit that time. Knocks the ball free.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? Third and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work. And they stopped the offense that time.
First down here. The give to the outside. That's Weddle making the stop. Coming up, second down. The jumbo set on the field. Handoff, up the middle. Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
Nothing fancy about that, but it's a good run, gets a first down. Now the offense has 3 more chances.
Offense lines up here. First and 10. The Raiders again will run the football. He is brought down at the 49-yard line. And the offense here in this one will be looking to put points on the board in bunches. The Raiders come out. 2 tight ends on the field. Second and 9. Good throw, good catch, and the receiver fights through to pick up the first.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field, you pick up a first down. Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing.
First down at the 41, and Williams is able to swat the pass away. Let's take a look at the defense. Young talent in the secondary out of TCU, Jason Barrett.
He's fast. Boy, the San Diego Chargers, they got to be happy. They needed some cover corners, and Jason Barrett is a cover corner. He is going to start right away.
Third down now. They bring in the extra tight end. Trying to work that left side. Weddle's going to make the tackle.
The key to being a really good route runner and running these drag routes across the field is show some courage. Don't worry about what's in front of you. The quarterback will take care of that.
Now first and 10. McFadden's going to secure the handoff. That's a gain of only a yard.
McFadden's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
The Raiders take it from the 23. In the end, it picks up only a yard. About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive. The Raiders take it from the 23. But the hit knocks the ball out.
That's interesting. As you watch the receiver trying to make that catch, he knew the defender was close, so he didn't put all of his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocks the football out to the ground.
And he puts it through for 3.
Well, Jim, that field goal puts them in the lead. It was a nice drive by the offense, and what it does, it just gives you confidence. You did some positive things on the field, and it should carry over for you for the rest of the game.
Here's Woodhead. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. First down coming up. And Matthews is lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. They'll run it. Here's the handoff. Nothing there as this goes for a loss of 2.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Second and 12. Matthews. Nowhere to go as this will be a loss of 3.
Well, it doesn't get much worse than this, does it? You're losing the football game. Now you're looking at 3rd and long, and look, there are no miracles in the NFL. I'll tell you that. So be smart. If the play is not there, don't force it. Dump it off and wait for the next time you get it.
3rd and forever. And he's going to be sacked. So just 3 plays and out for the offense.
Well, that's the quarterback's fault. My gosh. The safety, that's who he is supposed to look at all times. When he's under center and when he drops back, he takes his eyes off of him. And what happens? Well, he gets sacked.
We'll see what he can do here. And tackle down at the 49-yard line. It's first down as they head to the line. Two tight ends on the field here. Gets the handle here. Has on his way. The 20, the 10, and in for the touchdown.
Anytime you see a running back get in the secondary, from there he can make it happen. But to get in the secondary, you got to have good blocking up front. Nice job by the offensive line.
The Raiders with the PAT to come. Count it. The Raiders getting ready now to kick the football away. That is exactly how you take advantage of great field position. The poor punt leading to points on the board. Woodhead's got a chance for a return. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. They face first down. Royals lined up now as a slot receiver. Rivers out of the gun. Out to the left. Has Royal. Picks up 8 here.
Royal's so fast, you have to back off of him. Why? Because you don't want him to run by you and go deep down the field. So that time he breaks the out route. The quarterback puts it right on target, and he makes the catch just short of the first down marker.
This will be second down. Woodhead lined up in the backfield. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. And he is tackled at the 44.
Number 39 gets the score.
Woodhead's a guy, anytime he gets a chance to get in the secondary and make a big play, he thinks he's going to take it for a touchdown. Not this time. It's a big run, but still well done.
First down here after the run. They've come out in the dime package. Handoff made. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
Matthews is going to be tired after this run. That is a good long run. The offensive line was terrific, and he does a good job finding a hole and picking up those yards.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. Royals, a receiver in the slot. They send the tight end in motion. Rivers is standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Looking long. Oh, and almost picked off that time.
The defense did everything right in that situation. They were in the right spot. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
Royals lined up in the slot. The Chargers will take the snap from the 45. Gonna go draw. He stacked up at that point. The Chargers trail in this one, and the running game has not been an asset. And Matthews has been off the mark, and that's a big reason why they're trailing in this one.
That's right. It hasn't worked. So what do you say? Don't be afraid to change. What you have to do, you call the plays. They give your team the best chance to win, and they better start changing those play calls.
And he's thrown to the ground.
I don't know who to blame here. Was it a great play by the safety getting the sack on the quarterback, or the quarterback just not paying attention, seeing him coming? And if you see him, you've got to change the play or get rid of the football a lot quicker.
The Raiders break huddle and start their drive this time from the 25. An extra tight end on the field for this one. First down and 10. Out of the eye. Here's the handoff. That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's second down and 9. Double tight end formation. They'll run it here. And he's brought to the ground.
You got to keep your offensive lineman aggressive, so you have to run the football every once in a while. That run, even though it was a short game, it served a purpose.
There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. The Raiders take it from the 28. Gets it out for the completion. still on his feet.
There's no doubt time of possession can be an overrated stat in games many times, but one thing you want to do, throw and catch it just like this to pick up those first downs and keep it going.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. Secures it with 2 hands.
The Raiders had a nice play design that time and pulled the defense, and they get the pass completion for a nice pickup. Well, when you get close to the goal line, you always have to look out for the tight end, because anytime there's just a little bit of deception, that deception is enough for the tight end to get that area where he can get open. That time he does it, touchdown.
The point after is good. The Raiders kicking team comes out now as the offense takes a break, and they deserve one after going down the field, mainly through the air with over 70 yards passing. And Gates has got it. And at the 37, he'll be brought down. First down here. Phillip Rivers has it under center. Ryan Matthews takes the handoff. Got a big lane.
The Chargers offensive line will be whooping it up tomorrow when they watch this play in the film room. What a good job by them. Excellent planning and awesome execution.
First down at the 40, and the carry to Ryan Matthews.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
The Chargers from the 37 as Woodhead, and they tackle him down at the 37-yard line.
Outside runs take time, and when you run outside, you expect the safety to get up there with that extra time and make the tackle. Good job that time by the safety.
Rivers out of the gun, makes the catch, and he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Good job by the defense. Staying in the right spots. They give up the short pass. They make the tackle. And now we have 4th down coming up.
The field goal attempt is good. It's good.
When an offense drives the ball, they always want to get something out of it. Get some points. This time, the field goal kicker gets it done. He gives them 3.
Jones will run this one out. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Raiders getting ready now to start their drive. Offense lines up here. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And pick up about 4. Just look at the numbers behind the rushing attack here. And they are absolutely dominating at the line of scrimmage and on the scoreboard as well.
An offensive lineman's dream to run the football, to dominate physically, and be winning the football game. That is a trifecta.
That's Weddle making the stop. As we've seen today, this is a team that's dedicated to the run, and it's paid off with some very good stats on the ground.
Well, it shows you what the coach thinks. He believes in running the football, and when you believe in it, what happens to your football team? They become tough, and they have shown that toughness here today. That's why they have such a good ground game going.
And that's good for only a yard or 2.
Well, I guess the best thing to say there, Jim, is they completed a pass, but it still did not get a first down.
2-minute warning. The pass play picks up only 2. So now it's 2nd down and 8 following the completion.
Let's go.
The Raiders now move the chains, and he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
That's a really good throw and catch, and they get the first down. Jim, that's what you want to do. Pick up that first down. Now you give your offense 3 more opportunities.
First down at the 48. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Right in on the tackle. Right now, this offense doesn't have much to complain about. Holding on to the lead here in the first half. And the passing game partner has been very sharp.
Well, they're probably going to complain that they could have more points because you can never have enough points, Jim. We all know that. But the offensive line, wide receivers, quarterback, and even the coach on the sideline all having a very good first half.
Second down after the incompletion. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Incomplete. The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. The Raiders have it at the 34. Throws to the right. Interception by Eric Weddle. That'll stop the play right there.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled. Being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. Rivers will take the snap from the gun. The defense gets a sack.
That's a bad job by the offense that time. There's no doubt about it. The blitz by the defense, they do not do a good job of finding out where everybody's blitzing from. They let a guy come free, and that free blitzer, or as we call them, free runners, he gets the hit on the QB and takes him down.
Tight ends in motion here. Rivers is going to take the snap from the shotgun. And there's Floyd. Floyd's brought down at the 21. The Chargers call a timeout and are left now with only 1. Royals going to get set in the slot for this snap. Phillip Rivers from the shotgun. The defense gets the sack.
Well, the defense has got to be excited. Anytime on 3rd down they make the play, they get pretty fired up. But when you sack a quarterback on 3rd down, that is one happy and emotional defense right now.
He's going to try and return this punt. This is a big-time return.
The Raiders know there's 3 parts to every football game: offense, defense, and special teams. What a play for the special teams here. Good punt return, good blocking. They get it done.
One more snap, and we'll head to halftime. First down at the 47. Launching it deep. Hauls it in. Touchdown.
Well, the defense is going to be upset after this long touchdown throw by the quarterback and receiver. They made a mistake out of position, and the offense took advantage of it, and they get the long throw for a touchdown out of it.
That's the end of the first half, and you've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Janikowski ready now to get the second half underway. Fields the football at the 3, and they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. The Chargers come out for the next possession. Phillip Rivers has it under center. The 3rd quarter begins with this play. They are all over him behind the line of scrimmage, and a loss of 1. The Chargers have struggled in pass protection. Rivers is trying to stay upright and make the plays, but it's tough to do so when you're constantly being hit.
Yeah, no matter what you do as a quarterback, though, you can't start looking at the pass rush. You have to keep your focus down the field, and you can't flinch.
Wide receivers stacked up on this play. Wide open. No one's going to get him now.
It is hard to make a tackle from behind out there in open space with the speed of all these guys in the NFL, but a good job that time by the defense making that tackle.
That long gain sets them up here on this play. Rivers out of the gun, eyeing that left side. Rivers finds Allen.
Anytime you get over 4 yards on first down, it doesn't matter what the play is. Is it a run or a pass? That time, nice throw by the QB. Now they're in great position. Second down and short.
The Chargers will take the snap from the 35. Takes it from the strong eye.
Hey, that's a great job by the defense. What an effort and what speed. That time they hit the backfield and tackle the runner for a loss.
Phillip Rivers has it under center. The Chargers from the 37. They hand it off to him again. Once again, they failed to convert here. They've had such a tough time on third down today.
Games in the NFL can hinge on third and short. Who can pick them up and who can stop them? How about that play that time by the defense? They stopped the third and short run, and now it's fourth down.
The offense is backed up. It's a two tight end formation. First and 10 to the ground. Butler's the one who brings them to the ground.
Pretty typical play right here. When you're backed up against your own end zone, you run the football inside, and it just gets a short gain.
They'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. They'll go ground. That's Weddle making the stop. Here in the second half, one look at these stats tells you a big reason this team's on top today, they've been able to run the football.
They have been physical all day long. It's just like this. You're in a fight. You're throwing body blows. They're working. Why go to the head and go for the knockout? Don't do it. Stay to the body. That's what they've done on the offensive side.
Brought down at the 20.
Good job by the offense here with a good lead in the second half, picking up that first down, and that's what you want to do. Take your time, look at the play clock, take it down as low as you can, and keep picking up those first downs.
Looks to his left. The Raiders get a first down.
Good job by the receiver that time, getting that extra couple yards, gets a first down. They are marching. Let's see how the defense reacts.
The Raiders have it at the 34. A takeaway. Tackles made.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
First down, offense readying for the snap. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Midway into the third, Matthews has it out of the eye.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run, nowhere for the running back to go, and they stopped him for a short gain.
Phillip Rivers has it under center. The Chargers from the 37 to the outside. Matthews. Tackles made, and the first down is picked up.
Matthews is a running back. After he makes a big run like this, he gets excited. He is just looking for his next carry.
Browns in the slot. Now first and 10. And they go back to the ground. Gains 15.
Jim, they got momentum on their side right now. They are making everything work. That was a nice play. They pick up another first down, and they got a good drive going here.
The defense comes out of the dime. First down and 10. That's a gain of 6.
Good job by the offense getting in the red zone. Now you're down some points. You got to find a way to score a touchdown.
Second down. They come out of the dime package. Woodhead outside to the left. Good for only a yard.
I think you got to be a little more creative in the red zone than this. When you just line up and run the football like that, you're not going to get a lot of yards. And that time they just got a short gain.
Let's see what they do on this third down situation. Quarterback coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a sixth time in this game. Rivers out of the gun. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Chargers.
There's a nice touchdown there, and you're chipping away at that lead. Try to get into the minds of the opponent. Will they get tight? You hear the word choke? Yeah, I think they could be choking over there on the other side. Look out.
Nick Novak ready for the kickoff. Breaks the tackle. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return. The Raiders come onto the field now for this next series. Offense lines up here. 1st and 10. They'll go ground. They bring him to the turf.
Well, a short gain on the run that time by the offense. When you're a running football team, listen, there's going to be a lot of ugly plays that don't work. You just got to keep running.
2nd down and 7. Handoff out of the eye. And they bring him down at the 33-yard line.
Jim, this defensive end is so athletic. Well, it measures up to you because you're an athletic guy. He holds his position, stops the runner for no gain. Great job.
The Raiders take it from the 33. He has the grab. That's been the story of this game. Another 3rd down conversion to move the chains.
You can do all you want on the defensive side. You can give a lot of looks, but it's just too easy for the quarterbacks and receivers to throw and catch.
1st down at the 41. Catch made. That picks up 11.
What's the old expression? Just move the chains. That's what they did with that throw and catch that time, Jim. It also gives them a chance for 3 more downs.
They bring in the extra tight end. Back to the air here on 1st down. Greeny brings the quarterback down.
Well, if your offensive line's not good enough just to stop the pass rush, then you got to help them out. How do you do that? Well, you keep the tight end in, let him be an extra blocker, and you tell your running backs to help out, too, blocking some of these defensive linemen.
After that sack, it's now 2nd down and 17. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. The final quarter begins with this snap. And he's sacked again.
What a good scheme that time by the defense. They confuse the offense. They blitz. They don't know who to pick up. And how about the defender? They must love this. Coming in free and gets a good clean shot on the QB and gets a sack.
The Raiders from the 37. Wright's able to knock that pass away for the incompletion.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up 1st downs in these type of situations.
Allen's not going to test the coverage here as he makes the fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 38-yard line.
The Chargers offense ready now to see what it can do. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 5 times today. Really been beat up. 1st and 10. And there's Floyd. Floyd tackled down.
When you run that drag route across the field, it is not as easy as it looks. You're running fast. You have to catch the football right in stride, and you cannot see what's in front of you.
Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. Rivers will take the snap from the gun. Antonio Gates hauls it in. And he's tackled just 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Nice job by the QB. How about that? Under pressure, takes a big hit. Still throws it down the football field and makes the completion. The big thing is he takes the hit, he gives with it, and he falls to the ground.
They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. Looks but can't connect on the short throw.
Well, there's still time to make up the deficit if you don't go for it here on 4th and short near midfield at the end of this game. I think because it's so short, I think you go for it. You never know what the other offense is going to do. Big decision. We'll see what the coach tries.
4th down, close to the first, so the offense stays on the field. They load it up now, bring out the jumbo formation. That brings the play to an end.
I'm not going to disagree with the coach at all making that decision. 4th and short, he just figures his offense, we can get this. Well, he was wrong.
And that's Teo in on the stop.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
After running it, it's 2nd down. An extra tight end on the field for this one. He'll fire it out to the left. Reaches out and snatches it. If you look at these passing totals, it's easy to get a sense why they're leading right now.
Those numbers are absolutely outstanding. When you see these kind of numbers, that means the play calls were good. The offensive line had an outstanding day. And also the wide receivers, they found ways to get open.
Now 1st and 10. Johnson's the one who made the big stop.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on 1st down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Get ready.
Again, they'll lean on it. Picks up about 2.
Look up at that scoreboard. You're leading the football game, so we have a 3rd and long situation. So you've got to know that. Manage the game. Don't take a chance.
3rd and 12. Looking to the right side and throwing. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
Offense still on the field here on 4th down, and they'll need to pick up 4 for the first. The Raiders have it at the 24. He'll throw it over the middle. Got the completion. Gains 11.
Well, you play this cover 4. In other words, you got 4 defenders playing deep, equally spread across the field. Well, who's going to cover the in cuts and underneath? Nobody. That's why the quarterback got an easy completion that time on the in route.
Interception. They'll take it at the 20.
You got to stay aggressive on the defensive side. That time the defense did. Even though the offense was going in to score, they come up with the big play, and they get the interception inside their own 20-yard line.
Time's running out on this one, midway through the 4th. Diving grab and give him the catch.
When you pick up 1st downs against the defense, they will get tired. That time, nice job by the offense getting the 1st down, even though they're losing here in the game.
Quarterback coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 6th time in this game. He's looking to the right here on this throw. And Matthews is brought down.
I think the best thing to say about that play, it's just it gained a few yards, so that's what you do. All plays don't score. Sometimes you just want to pick up a couple yards.
Second and 6. To the ground.
Well, it's all about timing. I got to tell you something. The safety did a wonderful job timing the snap count that time. Caught everybody off guard, and he gets the sack on the QB.
It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Wide receivers are bunched up. Philip Rivers from the shotgun. Jumps up and hauls it in.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's nothing. Much you can do. Third and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
Going to be a short yardage situation, so forget the punt. They're going to go for it. Phillip Rivers has it under center. The Chargers snap it at the 41. He's brought to a halt.
Good job by the offense getting another first down. You can tell by looking down on the field that defense, hands on their knees. They are getting tired.
The Chargers take it from the 43. Has his man. The flag is down.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense. On that first down.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Tight end in motion. The Chargers have it at the 39. Has Royal. And the tackle is made at the 35-yard line. And now we reach the 2-minute warning. Every play is huge now. 2nd down on the way. Phillip Rivers has it under center. 2nd down and 6. Underneath, but can't find a mark that time as the pass goes incomplete. So much on the line now as they line up for 3rd down. Royals lined up now as a slot receiver. Rivers has got it in the gun. Has his man. Brought down after a gain of 6. Going for it on 4th down. Timeout won't be used here. They'll go to the hurry. The catch is made. Has 12 on this play.
This is where games are won and lost. Once an offense gets down the red zone, even though they're down more than 7, can you find a way to punch it in there for the touchdown and not settle for a field goal?
Now on 1st down, every snap crucial the rest of the way. They're going back up top. They're setting up screen. Gains 5. This will be the offense's 12th play of the drive. Holding on to the timeout. They'll rush back to the line. Brown's going to pull in the bullet pass. 1st down. Let's see what they come up with here. There's a flag out. Stiff arms to stay on his feet. Touchdown. And this game just got a whole lot more interesting.
Offside. Defense.
The penalty is declined. That last play will hold up. The Chargers line up now for the point after. Add the extra point. The kick is good. Everyone in the building knows this is going to be an onside kick. The Chargers hoping to recover now, an onside kick. They'll mark him at the 41. The Raiders offense heads on to the field. The jumbo set on the field. 1st down at the 41. The give. Got a big lane. And that's going to be a new set of downs at the 29. The Chargers will call for the timeout. They need every second to be preserved at this point. They're able to move the chains after that last run. Handoff to the right side. The tackle is made. The Chargers stop the clock in a hurry, trying to hold on to every precious second. And it'll be 2nd down and 6 after the running play on 1st down. Offense lines up here. Back to him. Up the middle. Nice tackle. The Chargers will stop the clock here with this timeout, needing to preserve time. Now 3rd after the run. There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. We'll run it. Here's the handoff. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
It's about managing the football game. That's why they ran the football right there. Not a big gain, but sometimes you have to be predictable. You have the lead. You're trying to get rid of the clock. You got to run it.
And converts on the 3.
You got to take advantage of good field position. The offense doesn't do it that time. I know they get 3 points out of it. Nice kick, but still a letdown for the offense.
The Chargers ready to return the kick. And here's Woodhead. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. 1st down. Pressure on every snap now. Nickel formation here for the defense. The Chargers snap it up at the 26. Throws the pass. Can't find the target on the pass underneath.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
2nd down coming up. Time, obviously, a factor the rest of the way. The Chargers snap it at the 26. Great pass. Great catch. Great control. Now on 1st down. Every snap crucial the rest of the way. Brown's a receiver in the slot. From the gun, Phillip Rivers ready for the snap. The Chargers will take the snap from the 45. Phillip Rivers unloading the... It's intercepted, and that's going to end the comeback attempt. He's brought down.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
First down. Let's see what they come up with here. They'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. Gets the handle here. Good piece of tackling.
Hard sometimes as an offensive coordinator to call plays to catch the defense off guard when you're winning and it's late in the game. So they played it very predictable there. The defense was ready, nowhere to go.
Well, Phil, I enjoyed watching the game with you, and how about a final thought about that victory?
Well, you know, Jim, I wish I could say the same, that I enjoyed spending these last 3 hours with you, but that's just not the case. But no, just kidding, of course. Nice win. They got to feel good about what they've done and celebrate a little tonight.
I think I'll see you next week, maybe.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends looking to find seams in the secondary. It's the Raiders going up against the Chiefs. So let's go now to Oakland, California, where Jim and Phil are on the call.
Now as we go to the field, it's Tywan Jones back deep for the kickoff. And Ryan Suckup is ready to get this one started. About 27 before he's taken down. So the rookie quarterback will take the field, trying to improve week by week.
Well, he's getting some experience. It's not a lot, but it's enough to help him feel more comfortable, and I think play better. He should do well here today.
Three-step drop. Throws to the right. He had no time to get set. This offensive line today will be leaned on to protect their quarterback as well as opening up some running lanes. Double tight end formation. The Raiders from the 27. Handoff made. He'll be taken down about 3 yards short of the first.
So many times you watch football games and coaches just give up too early on the run game. Well, they'll keep it going today. After that run, decent pickup by the running back.
3rd down and 3. They'll run it here. He's going to be brought down, and that's going to be a 3 and out for this offense.
And this fires the football team up. The defense, 3rd and short. They stop the run, keeps the offense short of the first down, and look at the excitement on the defensive side.
Williams has got it now. Jones there to take him down. At quarterback, he was the first overall selection in the 2005 draft out of the University of Utah. Quarterback Alex Smith. The Chiefs line up in the pistol offense. The Chiefs from the 22. Almost intercepted. It's now 2nd down. Smith's lining up in the pistol. Charles has got the football now on the draw play. And this won't even get back to the line. They'll end up losing one. Now looking at 3rd down. The Chiefs come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation from the gun. Chabot. They bring him down, and the offense fails to pick up a first down on 3 plays.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
We'll see what he can do here. Picks up about 5. They come to the line, and it's 1st down. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Here's the handoff. Right side. And that gains a few. Derek Johnson is a man who makes so many tackles for this Chiefs defense.
I watched Derek Johnson in college for the University of Texas. He was making tackles all the time down there, and he has continued that process even in the NFL.
Tackle down at the 47.
Well, there's not much to say about that play, Jim. It was a completion by the quarterback, and it picked up a couple yards.
It's a 2 tight end formation. 3rd down and 5. That ball has been picked off. In on the stop.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled, being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
The defense comes out on the dime. Smith takes it from the gun. And he's taken down.
Well, I know this feeling. When a blitzer's coming, nobody's there to block him. There's nothing you can do as a quarterback, but try to protect yourself because you're going down.
Smith set, empty backfield. Out of the gun. Catch made.
When it's man-to-man defense, what do? It's you against the receiver, and that time the receiver won. Also a nice throw by the quarterback.
Smith set. Everybody emptied out for this snap. 3rd and 5. They're going to get him here for a sack.
We got to give that defensive front a lot of credit, man. They are pushing. They're getting after it. They know it's probably going to be a pass on 3rd down, and they get back to the quarterback and take him down.
They come to the line of scrimmage. 1st down. The give out of the eye. And that's Poe in on the stop.
When you're an offensive lineman and you can line up and just run the football straight ahead and pick up those kind of yards, you are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying, we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
To the ground. He's going to be tackled right around the 21-yard line.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
They bring in the extra tight end. 3rd and 3. He's got the catch. Taken down at the 33.
Every quarterback in the NFL loves this coverage where you got 4 defensive backs all playing deep. So in routes, anything across the middle, usually it's wide open. Good job by the quarterback taking advantage of the defense that time.
He stacked up at that point.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time, and they stopped the play for a short gain.
The Raiders come out in a jumbo set. He'll get it again, and he's brought to the ground. Third down on the way. They've come out in the dime package. He hauls it in, and he's tackled down after picking up the 1st.
You got to be agile when you make these kind of catches, running these short drag routes across the field. That time we saw the agility of the receiver. Nice catch.
The Raiders will take the snap from the 45. Here's the handoff to Darren McFadden.
Now it's time for the defensive coordinator to make a different call here. The offense is just marching down the field. You're in your own territory. You got to come up with a stop.
2 tight ends on the field here. 2nd down and 5. Right back to him one more time. Now 3rd and 4 following the run. They load it up now. Bring out the jumbo formation. Throwing now to his left. Charging ahead. And he's going to be tackled. And that's going to bring us to 4th down.
This team, one of the better tackling teams in the NFL, and they play the situation perfectly. They give up the short completion. They come up and make the tackle. Now we have a 4th down.
Offense lines up here. Has his target. Shrugs off the first hit. Johnson's in on the tackle.
Well, it's one thing to have talent as a quarterback. You need that to succeed in the NFL, but you got to be smart also. And how about that? That time the QB changed the protection, took advantage of the defense, which was blitzing, picked them all up. Great job by the QB.
This long drive continues. First down on the way. Marching down the field and taking their time. And the 2nd quarter is underway with this snap. And it's incomplete. Just couldn't hold on to it after the hit.
Good anticipation that time by the defender. He gets to the receiver just as the football is arriving, and he makes a beautiful hit to knock the football loose.
This has been a long drive so far. 2nd down and 10. Throw to the left. The Raiders now move the chains.
When you have an offense like this that just keeps getting first downs, not only are they moving in scoring position, but they're giving their defense a lot of rest.
First down and 10. Had it for just a second, but then it came out on contact.
Good timing by the defensive player that time. He gets to the receiver just as the football is getting there and makes the hit, knocks that football loose.
The long drive continues. 2nd and 10. In his hands, complete, touchdown.
I give all the credit to the wide receiver here. What a route. Fooled the defender. He is wide open. Nice throw by the quarterback for the touchdown.
The Raiders now will tack on the extra point. Inside of the uprights. The Raiders kicking team comes out now as the offense takes a break, and they deserve one after going down the field, mainly through the air with over 70 yards passing. They're setting up the return, and he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return. The Chiefs are set for their next possession. Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. First down at the 30. Jamal Charles carries the football. He's brought down at the 30-yard line. That's 2nd down coming up. Jamal Charles is in the backfield. They send the tight end in motion. Finds his mark, and there's only 2 yards to be found right there. Fasano's in a whole lot of pain right now. We'll take an injury timeout and be back in just a moment. Smith's going to be in the pistol here. The Chiefs come out in the pistol. Third and 7. Alex Smith looking long. What a catch down the middle of the field. That'll stop the play right there.
I always love it when all the experts say arm strength is overrated in the NFL. Well, tell me about that after that throw and catch.
Here's the first snap after the big play. And they'll give it to Jamal Charles. Count it. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
Good job by the offense. They get in there. They tie this game up. Now we'll see if the defense can take advantage of that momentum and keep it on their side.
Driving extra point is good. Got a tie game now. Getting set to kick it off. The score's 7-7. Ryan Suckup ready for the kickoff. And a touchback here. We'll bring the ball out to the 20. First down here. The jumbo set on the field. They'll go ground. And that's Johnson in on the stop. This goes for a loss.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Let's go.
2nd down and 11. They'll go ground. Johnson's there to take it down.
The Raiders' offensive line is just whooping some tail today, aren't they? What a job up front. That helps the running back get in space, get down there, and pick up a big gain.
First down here after the run. There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. Trying to work that left side. Tackles made.
nice corner route run by the wide receiver. He fakes the defensive back out. And look at the quarterback. He knows that little move. When he stuck it, he let him out to the corner. Nice throw, nice catch.
First down here after the completion. First down following the long play. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Offense lines up here. 2nd and 11. Out to the left. Makes the reception. Gains 12. The player is down on the field, and the training staff comes out, and we'll step aside for just a moment. First and goal. Pass is made, but the hit knocks the ball out. Incomplete.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
Pulls it in. And that gains a few. They're just grinding away down here, inching closer to the end zone.
Well, that's what you got to do sometimes. It's hard always to think that you're going to come out and just make big plays. You got to do the dirty work, and this offense is doing it right now.
Takes it across, and he's in for the touchdown.
Well, the defense knew that they were probably going to see a run here in 3rd and goal. And what do? They don't, it doesn't matter. They still get blown off the line of scrimmage by the offensive line. Nice job.
Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has an injury update.
Guys, I just spoke with a Raiders official. They're saying he's cleared to return, so we should see him back on the field very soon. Back up to you.
The Raiders will take their spot on the bench after contributing to the cause, especially via the passing game, over 60 yards by the air. Davis got a chance to return this one. He's tackled at the 30. First down coming up. Charles lined up in the backfield. And now they're going to go with the draw play. Gets about 4 yards that time. Second down coming up. Jenkins is lined up in the slot. Dropping back now into the shotgun. And he's thrown to the ground.
That's a bad job by the offense that time. There's no doubt about it. The blitz by the defense, they do not do a good job of finding out where everybody's blitzing from. They let a guy come free, and that free blitzer, or as we call them, free runners, he gets the hit on the QB and takes him down.
Tight ends in motion here. 3rd and 12 to go. Going to be sacked. So just 3 plays and out for the offense.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the 3rd down, and that's, of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
And no return as this goes for a touchback. The Raiders offense now coming out. An extra tight end on the field for this one. 1st and 10. McGill going to lose yards here.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on 1st down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
They'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. 2nd down and 11. Handoff. And that's Johnson in on the stop.
Manage the football game. That's what you have to do as a quarterback. You're winning a close game and it's 3rd and long. Well, manage it. know what to do. Don't force the play here. If it's not there, throw it away and just punt the football.
Get ready.
Third down and 11. Brings it in. He's tackled right at the 31.
I'm sure the head coach was over on the sideline that time thinking about sending his club team out there. Didn't even realize his team. What a job by them on the offensive side, picking up that first down on 3rd and long.
They load it up now. Bring out the jumbo formation. The Raiders snap it at the 31. Almost made the catch, but the collision jarred it loose.
That's interesting. As you watch the receiver trying to make that catch, he knew the defender was close, so he didn't put all of his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocks the football out to the ground.
The hit knocks the ball out, incomplete.
Good anticipation that time by the defender. He gets to the receiver just as the football's arriving, and he makes a beautiful hit to knock the football loose.
The Raiders come out. Jumbo package on the field. He makes the catch, and he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down. And, Phil, you look at this offense right now. They've got a quarterback who's moving the football through the air, and that's a big reason why they're leading this game.
That's right. That's why they're leading the game. Boy, I'd hate to be a defensive back out there today. The wide receivers are good. The quarterback is hot. They've got awesome rhythm, and that's why they're playing so well.
1st and 10. The Raiders get a first down, and they advance the ball onto the other side of the field. It's still early, but we've seen this wide receiver come out and make plays already.
Yeah, I know it's early, but you can tell he is fired up. He has come out here with tons of energy, and every play is full speed. Kind of reminds me of Jerry Rice back in his heyday.
What a hit, and the ball falls incomplete.
Good timing by the defensive player that time. He gets to the receiver just as the football is getting there and makes the hit, knocks that football loose.
2nd down and 10. Got the completion. Tackled at the 29-yard line.
Anytime you picked up a couple first downs, here's what happens. The defense starts to doubt what they're doing, but maybe more importantly, it gets those big boys over there tired.
The Raiders have it at the 29. Looking to the right side and throwing. Could have been intercepted.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
Mounting a serious drive. The Raiders have it at the 29. Intercepted. They bring him to the turf.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
Jenkins is going to get set in the slot for this snap. The Chiefs from the 22. The defense gets a sack. The Chiefs call the timeout. Their first. 2nd down now. Jenkins in the slot. Makes the reception.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Man-to-man coverage down the field. When you see it, you got to be accurate with the football. He was that time, and that's why we got the completion.
And the offense will need 3 yards here on 3rd down after the completion. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. The defense gets the sack.
Well, the defense has got to be excited. Anytime on 3rd down they make the play, they get pretty fired up. But when you sack a quarterback on 3rd down, that is one happy and emotional defense right now.
That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20. The Raiders now bring their offense back onto the field for the next drive. Double tight end formation. Now 1st and 10. Very nearly intercepted.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
Second down following that incompletion. This will most likely be the final play before the half ends. Incomplete, looking underneath that time. Third down. For this play, they'll go with two tight ends. Heaving it down the field, and they can't connect. So that's going to do it for the first half. Raiders are up in this one. The Chiefs are anxious to return the kickoff. Davis running this one out. And he fails to get out to the 20, and he is smacked down at the 15-yard line. The Chiefs come onto the field for their next series. The defense comes out in the dime. And here we go, the first snap of the second half. Finds his mark. Brought down just 2 yards shy of the first down marker.
The drag route is a huge part of every offense now in the NFL. It's where the receiver starts on one side of the football, goes across the field, looking for those spots where he can catch it, and the quarterback that time threw it at the right time, right on target. Good yardage, just short of the first down.
The Chiefs take it from the 23. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
The Chiefs look pretty confident out there on the field, don't they? And they're very calm, and they should be. That first down, they're right in this game. Down a couple points here in the second half. Don't look down the field for that big play. Just keep marching.
Smith will have it in the pistol. First down at the 27. Davis got it on the handoff.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
That leads us to second down. And Davis is lined up behind his quarterback. Ball is out. The offense was able to recover the ball. What a lucky break this time. They fumble, but they recover it and maintain possession.
NFL teams, the offense, every single day they work with anybody that's going to handle the football. How to hold it, he didn't do a good job that time. That's why he fumbled.
And he's forced to the ground.
What a good scheme that time by the defense. They confuse the offense. They blitz. They don't know who to pick up. And how about the defender? They must love this. Coming in free and gets a good clean shot on the QB and gets a sack.
He's going to challenge the punt coverage. He's taken down at the 47. The Raiders are ready to take over now, and their offense heads onto the field. The jumbo set on the field. First down at the 47. Eric Berry comes up to make the play.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
It's a two tight end formation. Second down and 5. They run the counter play. He's taken down at the 30.
That's what you want to do. Get a first down while you're on top and keep that clock moving and just controlling the football game. Good job by the offense managing things so far here today.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go.
Toss to the outside. That brings the play to an end.
Power running. A lot of teams in this league don't even do it anymore. This team, they can power it up in there and pick up those tough yards.
That'll be 2nd and 4 after the running play. They bring in the extra tight end. Still powering ahead, and incomplete pass that time as he threw it short.
After
After the incompletion, 3rd and 4 coming up.
Let's go.
Looking across the middle. He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Well, here we are in the second half of a tight game, and you always hear this: control the tempo of the game, just move the chains, and that's what the offense did that time. Picked up the first down and just keep marching from here.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down.
Let's go.
McFadden has it out of the eye. Buries all over the ball carrier.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
2 tight ends on the field here. 2nd down and 12. Mays is in on the coverage and forces the incompletion.
Oh, good job by the linebacker knocking that pass down that time. All he did was watch the eyes of the quarterback, and he reacted. It put him in good position, and he knocks the football down.
Got a hand on it, forcing the incompletion.
Good job by the linebacker that time. Saw the receiver coming in his area, read the quarterback, and in wonderful position to knock the pass down.
No good. An empty trip for the offense. The Chiefs break huddle and start their drive, this time from the 29. Smith's setting up now in the pistol. First down at the 29. Davis is going to take the handoff now. Brought down at the 32.
Good job by the defensive line, standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain.
2nd down coming up. Smith's going to take it from the shotgun. Catches the ball on the sideline, but does not get both feet down.
Well, when there's man-to-man coverage on the defensive side, and the defense does a job like this where they are covering those receivers, there is nothing the quarterback can do except that, throw another incomplete pass.
They'll go draw. Takes it outright. Again, the offense unable to pick up the first down yardage on 3rd down. The Chiefs will punt the football away. He's brought to a halt.
That time he only gets a couple yards, and if I'd have been the punt returner that time, I would have called for a fair catch. Defense was close. All around you, there was nowhere to go.
First down and 10. They'll run it. Here's the handoff. Johnson's there that time for the tackle. 2nd down following the run. There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. Gets the handle here. And that's a big-time tackle that keeps them 3 yards short of the first down marker.
I will say this for the offensive coordinator. He is persistent. They're not running the football very well today, and that time he tries to run game again. Gets a couple yards, but not much.
Offense lines up here. 3rd down and 3. He's got the catch. The tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the first down, keep those chains moving, give yourself 3 more opportunities.
Offense lines up here. 1st and 10. Gets it out for the completion. Taken down just 2 yards short of the first.
Well, when you keep chipping away with these short throws, sooner or later that defense is going to come up, and when they come up, that's when you throw it over the top.
They'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. Had it for a moment, but then lost it on the hit.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
3rd and 1. What a spectacular reception. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
In this league now, you got to keep these wide receivers and quarterbacks guessing. You just can't come out there and play man-to-man every play. and think that's going to work. You got to mix in some zones, some blitzes, and then occasionally go man-to-man coverage.
The Raiders will take the snap from the 40. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
Get ready.
The Raiders will take the snap from the 40. Throws to the right. With two hands, he has it.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Makes the reception. The tackle is made. And now they'll try over again on second down. Coming up, second down. Final quarter underway now with this snap. On the money. That picks up 11.
You must be very creative in the red zone when it comes to the passing game. Formations, movement, do whatever it takes to give your players an advantage. That time they get a nice play call. They throw the pass and complete it for a good, solid pickup.
Play after play after play here on this drive. First and goal from the 8. He'll throw it over the middle. What a catch. Touchdown.
You know, if you're a defensive player and you're covering a receiver down here on first and goal, you don't have to cover that much area. That's a terrible job by the defense giving up that touchdown pass.
The Raiders for the point after. It's good. Sebastian Janikowski lining up for the kickoff. And he'll start his return. They'll mark him at the 28. It's first down as they head to the line. They come out in the dime package. Smith's back in shotgun formation. Fights through contact. That's a pickup of 14.
Jim, when you're down multiple scores in the second half, you're looking for the little things to get momentum on your side. So just get a first down. Don't look for the big plays. That was a good job by the offense that time.
First and 10. Setting up screen. Nothing there on the screen as it falls incomplete.
When you're going against a good quarterback and receiver in the NFL now, one of the ways to stop it is tight man-to-man coverage. You against him.
Failing to complete that one. So second down here. Smith set in the pistol. He's taken down.
My gosh, you're talking about getting overpowered. I guess they were expecting a speed move. The right guard and right tackle are both fooled. They get run over and they give up a sack.
Tight end in motion. Wide receivers stacked up on this play. The Chiefs have it at the 34. Smith still got it on the play action. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. Third and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
It'll be a touchback. The Raiders bring their offense back onto the field for their next drive.
Let's go.
Now first and 10. Handoff made. Nice tackle.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Smith's going to make the tackle. Third and 2 here after the run. An extra tight end on the field for this one. Right back to him once more. Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
Always important to know where you are in the football field. That time, a good job by the ball carrier. Just ekes out a first down. Nice job.
Double tight end formation. First down and 10. Brings it into his body.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time and throws it down the field for another completion.
The Raiders will take the snap from the 40. McFadden. Bailey's there to make the tackle.
McFadden's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
First and 10. Another running play. That picks up 7. Second and 3 after that last carry. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. He's going to get another carry. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
Nothing like seeing a complete offense. That's what we're watching here today. Yes, we know they can throw it, but what they're showing us here, they can grind out some first downs running the football too.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. It's a 2 tight end formation. Underneath and incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down. Offense lines up here. Looking to the right side and throwing. He's brought down.
The quarterbacks and receivers in this NFL now are so good. It's so easy for them to throw and catch and just keep picking up those first downs.
First and 10. Reaches out and grabs it.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. Sticks to his hands and picks up maybe 3 or 4. They keep fighting for every inch, every yard as they move closer and closer to the end zone.
Well, this offense, they fit perfectly with the head coach. He's a tough guy. He's a grinder.
Takes it across. It is a touchdown.
Well, in the NFL, no lead is ever safe. So when you got the lead, you push it on in there, score another touchdown, and keep putting the pressure on your opponent.
The Raiders for the point after. And the point after is good. The Chiefs now have even more work to do to get back into this one. The score's 28-7. Shearman's going to start his return. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. The Chiefs are getting set for their next possession. What a beating this has been as he comes to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 9th time today. Alex Smith from the gun. Makes the catch. The ball is out. Good piece of tackling. Jenkins is the one who is down and will step aside for just a moment. Wide receivers are bunched up. First down at the 40. Screen. Secures it with 2 hands. steps out of bounds.
What a nice catch by the receiver. Getting past the yard markers, makes the catch, and gets a first down.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Let's see how they back up the big play here. From the shotgun, Smith, play action to Williams. He'll pick up 7 this time.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Looks down the field, nobody open, so he throws the drag route coming across the field. And it's a nice catch, just short of the first down.
2 minutes to go before this one's in the books. Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. Wide receivers stacked up on this play. 2nd and 2. He's looking to the right here on this throw. And that's a gain of 13. First down here after the completion. They're going to get him here for a sack. After being sacked on first down, it's 2nd and 16. They'll go right to the hurry up. Won't use a timeout here. The call is for encroachment. That's 5.
Yeah, they're too impatient on the defense's part there. They're too anxious to get to the quarterback. And Jim, being that anxious, it's cost them a couple times today.
Still 2nd down.
With the penalty, it's now 2nd down and 11. Smith takes it from the gun. Pulls it in on the stop. This is 3rd down. Timeout won't be used here. They'll go to the hurry. Smith standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Catch made. He stacked up at that point. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. They're going to the hurry. Back to the line now. Ball comes out. The defense has the football. And he's brought to the ground.
Well, that time the offense fumbles the football, but the defense hit them so hard, there's no chance of hanging on. Hits the ground, and the defense recovers.
They load it up now. Bring out the jumbo formation for a gain of about 5.
What that run does, it just puts the offense in a good situation. So a good, positive run.
2nd down after going to the ground game the first play. Offense lines up here. They'll run it here. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
That's an awesome job by the offense picking up this first down here in the second half. They've got a big lead. It's not about scoring anymore. It's just about milking that clock. And that is an art that this team is good at. Well, even though they have a lead here, it's late in the 4th quarter, you still got to be unpredictable. Keep the defense on edge. As I always say, make the defense react and not attack. So make them guess what plays you're going to run.
They bring in the extra tight end. Gets it again. And he's going to be tackled right around the 31-yard line.
When you have a defense that's not playing good techniques, they're selling out, overplaying plays while you run the counter runs to counteract what they're doing on the defensive side.
The Raiders snap it at the 31. And he's tackled down at the 36-yard line. So much anticipation and build-up leading into this one, and then in the end, well, you walk away with a loss like that. How will they be able to deal with this?
Well, the fact that it was so one-sided, that really helps a little bit. The fact that you were never in the game, so emotionally it doesn't cost you. So you know it's all about just getting better physically. Go back, work hard, and get ready for next week.
What a memorable game this truly was. For Phil Simms, Danielle Bellini, and Larry Ridley, Jim Nance saying so long for now, and we leave you with the GMC Never Say Never moment of the game.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got two teams who will look to their running backs to try to control the pace of the game. It's the Raiders going up against the Chargers. So let's go now to Oakland, California, where Jim and Phil are on the call.
So that means Tywan Jones will be back for the opening kick. And Nick Novak is ready to get this one started. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. So the rookie quarterback, it's not his first time onto the field, but still getting his feet wet in the NFL.
Yeah, you know, Jim, and every week it just gets a little easier, better. When you walk out there, you can settle those nerves down faster each game you play. So it's going to be fun to see how he does here today.
Now 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They knock him down, and he's still 2 yards short of the first. Imposing their will early on the defense with a solid effort on the ground.
Well, we talk so much, don't we, about the passing game in the NFL, but it's still about who can out-hit the other one, and right now the offense, they are winning that battle. Nice run.
2nd down and 2. Tackles made, and the first down is picked up. And that's the type of run I think this offense would take all game long, Phil.
Oh, would they ever? They would love this. This is showing your dominance here. The offensive line doing a good job, but also a solid job by the running back picking up some good yards.
2 tight ends on the field here. Once again, a running play. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
The defense doesn't want to give up runs like that, so how do they stop it? Well, they start crowding the line of scrimmage. So you keep crowding that line of scrimmage, look out, they'll throw it over the top.
1st down here after the run. Quick drop back. Throws the pass. And off the mark on that short throw. Here's a look at the offensive unit that needs to get off to a strong start today. The Raiders this time will go with 2 tight ends. 2nd and 10. Looking across the middle, on the money. Weddle's there to make the tackle.
Well, you played this cover 4. In other words, you got 4 defenders playing deep, equally spread across the field. Well, who's going to cover the end cuts and underneath? Nobody. That's why the quarterback got an easy completion that time on the end route.
The defensive line will be the focus here in this game. If they're disrupting the quarterback, the rest of the defense will have a chance to do their thing. 2nd down and 10. Gets it out for the completion. Gains 16.
Well, this is good confidence for the offense, isn't it? To move down the field early in the game and get inside the 20. Let's see if they have a play up their sleeve that can get them in the end zone.
Darren McFadden lined up in the backfield. 1st down and 10. Has his target. Gains 14.
Good play call that time by the offensive coordinator. Down inside, when you're inside that 20-yard line or the red zone, find ways to complete the pass. They did that time.
Defense ready in the goal line formation on this one. 1st and goal from the 3. They are all over him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 1.